Lashana, yo, I just got him freaking tested.
Why do you
One,
have to come up here?
two is not my kid. How's that possible? How's that possible? How is that?
Why do you gotta bring that up here?
Two kids? Two kids? Two kids?
You can do this when I got home?
No, home,
We're just
home.
at home.
Your stuff is at your mother's
So
house. Your stuff is
what?
out. I put it out.
So what?
You're not coming back to the house. You can take
I
this
bet I will.
baby.
I bet
You
I
can take
will.
this disrespectful
I bet I
little girl,
will.
and you can go.
I bet I will.
I bet you won't.
I bet I will.
Two kids? Both of them? Neither one of them was my freaking baby? Are you serious?
Really? Are you doing this now?
Yes, I'm doing this now. That's what I'm gonna catch you at. Yes, 100%. I'm petty. Petty is having two kids. That's not mine. That's petty. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Don't grow up to be like your mother. You understand me? Do not be like your mother. Don't be like your mother. Okay? Listen to me. Out. 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 Out.
It was a pleasure having you guys back to the channel. Today is not about jokes, it's not about roasting, and it's definitely not about entertainment. This is about reality, a cold, painful, heartbreaking truth that far too many men are waking up to, and it's time we start speaking on openly. So sit back, listen up, and let's unpack one of the most devastating betrayals any man can face, raising kids that turn out not to be his. This isn't a movie. This is happening in real life, and it's destroying men emotionally, mentally, financially, and in many cases, spiritually. Imagine being a man who does everything right. You get into a relationship. You commit. You marry her. Or maybe you move in and try to build something solid. She tells you she's pregnant. You step up. You take responsibility. You don't ask questions. You don't doubt her word. Because like most good men, you trust. You believe her. Because she's your partner, right? She's supposed to be your teammate, your support system. And as a man, you're taught to provide and protect. So, you do what's expected of you. You work long hours. You skip nights out with friends. You hold your head up even when life's pressure starts building. All for your family. All for those kids. Because to you, they're yours. You love them like they're your blood. Because, as far as you know, they are. But then something happens. Maybe the kids don't look like you. Maybe a friend says something offhand. Maybe curiosity creeps in over the years. Or maybe your gut just keeps tugging at you. So one day you get that test, just to clear your head, just to put the doubt to bed once and for all. And then, boom, reality punches you in the face. You read those words. You are not the biological father. Not once, but twice. 2 kids, 2 lies, and your whole world crumbles in seconds. That's not just a betrayal. That's a robbery. You've been emotionally, financially, and psychologically robbed. You gave your everything to a family that wasn't yours. And worst of all, someone knew the truth the whole time and let you believe the lie. She looked you in the face, watched you bond with those kids, watched you pour your life into raising them, and said nothing. No guilt. No confession. No shame. She let you build a life based on fiction. And then when the truth comes out, society still dares to ask you to stick around, to continue raising those kids. Because you've been there all this time, or it's not their fault. But where was that same energy when your truth was buried? Where was the justice when you were manipulated? This isn't just one isolated story. It's becoming more common than people want to admit. Paternity fraud is real, and the silence around it is dangerous. Men are out here suffering in silence, going through depression, breaking down, questioning their worth, losing their sense of identity. And still, they're expected to suck it up, to be a man. But no one's asking the hard question. Why are men being lied to like this? Why are women allowed to hide the truth with 0 consequences? If the roles were reversed, if a man hid something this big from a woman, he'd be demonized instantly. But when it's the man who's hurt, suddenly the world goes quiet. Suddenly it's complicated and nuanced. No, it's not complicated. It's betrayal. Period. A man has the right to know whether the children he's raising are biologically his. And if a woman lies about that, she should be held accountable, socially, legally, emotionally, because that lie affects lives. It destroys families. It turns men cold, bitter, and broken. and it teaches other men to never trust again. So, let me say this clearly. You are not weak. You are not to blame. You loved. You gave your all. You showed up every day. And that speaks volumes about your character. You were taken advantage of. You were misled. But your heart was in the right place. And that makes you strong, not stupid. And to the men listening right now, protect yourselves. Ask questions. Trust but verify. Don't let society shame you for wanting clarity. Get the DNA test. Early. It's not about distrust. It's about protection. Because if the truth is solid, it'll stand the test. But if there's a lie, you'll save yourself years of pain. This world isn't kind to men when they fall. So protect your peace, guard your heart, and never apologize for demanding honesty. You deserve to know. You deserve the truth. Drop a comment below if this hits home. Let's hear your thoughts. Let's create a space where men can speak freely, share their experiences, and support one another. Don't forget to like this video if you found it valuable. Subscribe for more content that speaks truth, and share this with a brother who needs to hear it. Stay strong, kings. Protect your legacy, and never let betrayal define your worth.
Oh, you in here sitting down and I need all my money back, bro. And got it. Right there, open that right now, bro. You been playing with me, bro. Them twins are not mine. Open this. Come on. What is this? This is DNA test for the twins. You know the twins? You said that was mine? 12 years? 12 years?
It ain't
You
even
see
2
this?
pieces of paper. It ain't even 2 pieces of paper.
I need it. I don't care, bro. I went to go get the DNA test, bro. Stop playing.
First of all,
Where's the money? I need my money. I don't even care. I need my money.
them twins is 12 years old.
I don't care.
If you want a DNA test, you should have got the DNA test when I laid on the table. and
That
pushed
don't
them out.
mean nothing,
You was
bro.
there.
Nah, I don't want
It don't matter.
I got this
It don't
DNA
matter.
test.
12 years. Who
Damn.
else do they know?
Like, what
Who
is
else
y'all,
do
what
they
is you
know?
doing?
Who else do they
I
know?
need my money.
I'm eating because every dollar
I
I
don't
make goes
care
on
about
my
that. I don't care about none of that, bro. What? Where's my money? Lay that right here.
Clearly, you want to tussle.
Like,
You want to tussle.
come on. I need my money, bro.
You want to tussle.
I need
Something no man ever thinks he'll experience until it happens. A man did what many of us pray we'll never have to do. He took a DNA test. Not out of curiosity, but out of a quiet suspicion. Maybe it was a gut feeling. Maybe it was a shift in the way she started acting. But something inside him said, check. And when that truth came back, it shattered him. The twins he'd been raising, loving, protecting, building a future for weren't his. Not one, not even close. And that kind of betrayal doesn't just break a man. 12 years of his life, gone in a heartbeat. It rewrites his entire reality. Imagine every diaper changed, every school run, every bedtime story, every scrape knee kissed, every birthday celebrated, suddenly reduced to a lie. You can see how frustrated and betrayed he was. For 12 good years, he didn't walk out on his family. His family walked out on him the day she made a decision behind his back, then sat on that secret and let him build a life on a foundation made of sand. This isn't just about infidelity. This is deception at a level that steals a man's sense of self. It's not just a betrayal of intimacy. It's a betrayal of identity, of purpose, of trust. And men aren't allowed to grieve that. Society tells them to man up, move on, keep providing, keep protecting. But how do you keep standing when the ground beneath you never existed? Yeah, he chose to bring it out publicly and humiliate her so that other women out there can learn from her mistakes. To be honest, she doesn't feel any sympathy. She never felt or considered how his husband is going to feel after he find out. Now reality hit on her. She's facing the humiliation in public. Yes, he chooses to do it that way. This isn't about hating women. This is about holding people accountable. Because if the roles were reversed, if a man had deceived a woman into raising children that weren't hers, the world would call for his head. There'd be marches, documentaries, court cases, lifetime bans. But when it happens to men, they're expected to take it on the chin. No outrage, no sympathy, just silence. And that's not justice. What we're witnessing isn't an isolated event. This is part of a larger pattern where men are expected to give their all while blindly trusting that they're being given the truth. And when they're not, The consequences are devastating, emotionally, financially, spiritually. It's time we talk about paternity fraud, not as a scandal, but as the theft of a man's life, because that's what it is. And every man has a right to know the truth about his own blood.
Our 8-year-old, I'm gonna tell you right now, our 8-year-old son is not ours, it's not mine. So guess what? I packed your stuff so you can go. I didn't want to argue with you. No. Open it and read it. No, you have to. You have to. No. You have to go. Take your and go. Take it and go. For 8 years, been loyal, took care of you, and this is how you repay me? You have to go. I already called your mom to come pick you up. She already know, so it's no problem, it's no issue. No, it's not. No, it's not. You gotta go. You gotta go. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It is what it is. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Don't even ever think about it. No, you gotta go. He is not mine, and I'm not dealing with this.
Imagine raising a child, loving him, protecting him, investing your time, your money, your soul, for 8 long years, only to find out through a DNA test that the child isn't even yours. That's not just a trail. That's life-shattering deception. And unfortunately, this is not fiction. This is happening to real men, real fathers, and it's time we talk about it. This man didn't suspect anything. He trusted his wife. He thought he was building a family on love and loyalty. But when certain things just didn't add up, and he finally decided to get a DNA test done, the truth hit him like a freight train. The boy he had been raising wasn't biologically his. 8 years. That's almost a decade of birthdays, school fees, medical bills, bedtime stories, and father-son memories, all built on a lie. And when the results came back, he did what many wouldn't dare to. He confronted the truth, and he asked her to leave. And can you blame him? This is why we keep saying that accountability matters. Truth matters. Because when you bring a life into this world and tell a man that child is his, and it's not, you've stolen something that can never be returned. You didn't just lie. You altered the course of his entire life. That's not a mistake. That's not just a moment of weakness. That's premeditated betrayal. So, why do more men not talk about this? Why do they stay silent? Because the system doesn't protect them. Because society expects them to be strong and man up, even when their entire foundation has been ripped from beneath them. Because when men speak up, they're often told they're overreacting. But if the roles were reversed, if a man raised another woman's child and hid it for 8 years, the world would crucify him. Let's be clear, this is not about hating women. This is about protecting men from being emotionally, financially, and psychologically exploited. This is about demanding honesty in relationships. This is about making sure men are no longer treated like disposable providers. Be wise. Don't be afraid to ask the hard questions. And if you're a woman watching this, understand that deception like this isn't just a lie. It's theft. It's trauma. And it changes a man forever. Let's spread awareness. Let's stand together. And let's stop pretending like this issue isn't real. This isn't just another viral headline.
Mr. Rasmussen, you are not the father. Miss Miller.
Be respectful.
Sorry. Miss Miller.
I'm sorry.
That's a lot of nerve considering the alternative is somebody that don't want nothing to do with you or your child.
I'm sorry.
That's a lot of nerve. You just showed me where your priorities were right there.
I'm sorry.
Because I held out hope that you weren't just acting a fool because you so mad at him because he cheated on you that you would cheat your child out of a father. But that cheering you did, what you cheering? I'm a single mother with nobody that loves me or my child. What you cheering for?
I'm not.
No, you were. He is over here breaking down because he loves this child so much. I sit here day after day after day with women hoping a man would drive 16 miles to see their baby, much less 160 miles each way, and abide by a court order and sign a birth certificate and come day after day and week after week so they can grow visitation to have a relationship with a child. And you have no compassion for not just him, but for Zaylee. She's 3 years old. Now, he's not just going to be heartbroken. We got to break this news to her. And y'all over here cheering like it's a sport. This is this baby's life. And I asked you, where's this other man? I don't know. And you know he don't want nothing to do with you. Sitting up there cheering.
This is a real man's life turned upside down. Let's get into it. Here's the thing. A man, Mr. Rasmussen, drove 160 miles, round trip, every week, just to be a father to a little girl he believed was his. He didn't miss birthdays. He didn't make excuses. He showed up, and not just with money or gifts, but with time, commitment, and love, for years. Because that's what good men do. They show up. But then, the truth came out in court. DNA test results revealed what no father ever wants to hear. The child he'd been raising and loving wasn't biologically his. The judge had to tell him, "You're not the father." I feel so bad for him. He loved that baby, and she's so happy that her child won't have a good dad willing to drive so far to see her. Horrible. Now pause for a second. Imagine that. You pour your life, your identity, and your heart into raising a child. You sacrifice. You work harder. You skip your own comfort just to be present. Then one day, science tells you it was all built on a lie. That kind of betrayal hits deep. This isn't about bitterness. It's about accountability. And it's about protecting men from emotional and financial damage that many people still ignore. Too often, society applauds men for stepping up, but turns silent when those same men are misled, used, or misinformed. What happened to Mr. Rasmussen isn't rare. It's just rarely talked about. And that's the problem. Men are expected to be providers, protectors, and leaders, but they're not always given the truth, the rights, or the respect they deserve when things go wrong. So this message is simple. Truth matters, and men deserve to know the truth. If we're going to build real families and strong communities, honesty must be the foundation. If you found value in today's video, hit that like button. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe for more real conversations about what men are going through today. Stay strong, stay wise, and as always, take care of yourselves.